Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor on behalf of entire Rajalakshmi School of Business family. I'm really grateful to one of the finest top Government of India official, a great human being and a great personality, Dr. Gauri Shankar Gupta, former ambassador, High Commissioner of India, and an author and a motivational speaker. We are really grateful to you, sir, for joining us. You are a huge personality, a great son of the country. Sir, Dr. Gupta was born in a small town of Ajitgarh in India. Dr. Gupta did well in his academic career and was awarded several gold medals and scholarships. After completion of Masters in Management, Dr. Gupta joined the Indian Foreign Service, the prestigious Indian Foreign Service, in 1981 and served in different capacities in Belgium, Bangladesh, Bahrain, Mexico, France, the Philippines, Mongolia, Hungary, Bosnia, Herzegovina, and the West Indies. Dr. Gupta is also a member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. As part of his diplomatic assignments, Dr. Gupta served as India's ambassador to Mongolia, Hungary, Bosnia, Herzegovina, and as High Commissioner of India to Trinidad and Tobago, Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat. He also served as India's Deputy Permanent Representative to UNESCO. Recently, he was awarded PhD degree for his research work on environmental degradation and relevance of ancient wisdoms by a European university. Dr. Gupta is a prolific writer. His first book, Mongolia, the Land of Blue Skies, was published in 2007. His next two books, Droplets and Chand Lamhe, it means little time in Hindi, were collection of his English and Hindi poetry, respectively. His fourth book, Unraveling Mysteries of Life, Modern Science and Ancient Wisdom, was published in 2012. The book has received excellent reviews around the world and has been translated and published in Hungarian, Czech, Romanian, Hindi, Spanish, Bahasa Indonesia. His next book, titled Science and Spirituality, published in 2017, is a collection of his published articles. His last book, titled Limits of Consumption, Environmental Degradation and Ancient Wisdom, was published from UK in September 2018. These books were available at Amazon.com and Amazon.in. Dr. Gupta has also contributed over 50 articles on foreign policy, spiritual, and environmental issues and has addressed global audience on these issues. Venues where Dr. Gupta has been invited to address includes UNESCO Paris, Nehru Center London, the Art Institute Chicago, University of Dallas, Reuters University, New Jersey, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Newark, Argentine Council of International Relations, Universidad of Mexico, Havana International Book Fair 2015, Charles University Prague, Basil Goldes Western University Arad, Romania, Budapest University of Technology and Economics, Corvinus University Budapest, Istanbul University Gaur, Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, Jawaharlal University New Delhi, India International Center New Delhi, Rajasthan University Jaipur, University of the West Indies Port of Spain, American University of Barbados, Ross University Dominica, St. George University Grenada, Hindu University Bali, Indonesia, and so on. Some of his talks and speeches are available at YouTube. Gauri Shankar Gupta 100. Please log into YouTube and see sir's speech, and at his webpage, gaurishankargupta.com. Dr. Gupta has traveled widely to over 95 countries. He speaks Hindi, English, French, and Spanish. The following international honors and awards have been bestowed on Dr. Gupta. Chingiz Khan Medal, Mongolia, Silver Star of Peace by the Mongolian Foundation for Peace and Friendship, Ambassador of the Club of Budapest, Amicus Curiae Medallion by the President of Curia, Hungary. Hungarian government offered to confer Commander's Cross of the Order of Merit of Hungary Civil Division. Kabir Samman by Adhar Shila World Hindi May 2013. Award for Selfless Service by Inter-Religious Organization of Trinidad and Tobago. Pride of Community Award by All India Maheshwari Community. Presently, Dr. Gupta is associated as Distinguished Advisor, Tilotama Foundation, and as Senior Vice President, Public Policy and NGO, Public Police, an NGO headed by Justice K.G. Balakrishnan, Honorable former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor, not only at my personal level, but also from the entire RSB family, to express our gratitude to Shri Dr. Gauri Shankar Gupta, former ambassador and Honorable High Commissioner of India, an author and a motivational speaker. Sir, welcome to this session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dindayalji. It has been very kind of you to give such a generous introduction. I hope I will be able to, fulfill the expectations of the audience, and I'm really looking forward to that. May I request your technical side to put the, PPP on the screen so that I can start with the presentation. Can you do it? It was there and disappeared.
Yeah. Can we have the PPT, please? Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so first of all, I'm grateful to Dindayalji for inviting me. I'm profoundly grateful to Raj Lakshmi School of Business, Chennai, for this great honor bestowed on me. I'm feeling privileged and honored to address the august audience of your business school, who are stepping out of the school and trying to, join the corporate world, starting a new life, a new beginning, and a new, career in their journey of life. Now, campus to corporate. This is the topic, but I would also like to incorporate into this little bit extra, because after completion of your education, you are venturing into the real life. So the corporate is one part, but the life is another part. So I think we will deal with both of them together. This is what we call from, Brahmacharya ashram, you are going to Grahastha ashram. So you are living the student life and venturing into the life of home, where you will have to carry many responsibilities, including the responsibility of the corporate world. So the first thing I would like to stress is, it is extremely important for all of you to take care of your health. In Rajasthani, we say, Pehlo Sukh Nirogi Kaya. The first pleasure in life is good health. So please remember this, that you must maintain good health. You have to take care of your health. Right now you are young. You will not feel the negative effects, but with time they come, and therefore you have to start taking care of your health right now. For this, I will emphasize on 4 or 5 issues. Firstly, eat healthy food, because food becomes your body. Your flesh, your blood, your bones, they all come from the food you eat. So if you eat garbage, the body becomes garbage. So we have to eat fresh food, healthy food, and food which is easily digestible to our body. Secondly, we have to do reasonable amount of exercise. Body is designed that we must do some exercise, and given the lifestyle today, we are not exercising enough in our day-to-day functioning, and therefore you have to adopt some kind of technique where you exercise, whether it is yoga, whether it is gym, or whether it is swimming, or whatever technique you adopt, you must do that. That should be the second part of your health regime. The third part is a reasonable amount of sleep at night. 7 to 8 hours of sleep is must. The sleep provides the time when the body energy is directed inside the body to repair and maintain all the damage which has been done to the body parts during the day. So it is the repair and maintenance process which is carried out in the night by the nature. And that is important. We help that process so that all our body parts remain intact and all the waste comes out in the morning. Now, the fourth element is discarding the waste. If you keep the waste in the house, it will start smelling after a while. It will cause all kinds of problems. Insects will breed in, and therefore it is important to clean the body. Natural cleaning is one part. Periodically, one can also do, special techniques to clean the body. Like in Ayurveda, they have Panchkarma technique, under which you can clean the toxics of the body and body becomes healthy. So I think these 3-4 elements, in addition to the cleanliness of your surroundings, that is your house as well as the surroundings, these elements will help you in keeping your health in good shape. That is extremely important. Don't get addicted to wrong habits. Smoking or excessive drinking, fast food, these are not good for your health. So please keep these in mind. These are the cardinal principles of life. Without good health, you cannot work. You cannot even, discharge your duties at home. So this is extremely important. The second part which I would like to emphasize, that life is full of struggles and successes. Don't expect that everything would be rosy. There would be roses, but there will also be thorns at times. So we have to be ready for the struggles. We have to keep our perseverance and hard work. They will carry you forward. So when there is a darkness in front of you, when there are struggles, when the successes are evading you, keep these two things, hard work and perseverance. That will carry you through and you will see the light at the end of the tunnel. So don't get scared. This is part of life. Everybody faces struggles. It is not you alone. Everybody will face them. Keep your courage and move forward. So this is a very important principle which you will experience in your corporate world. Sometimes you will get what you want. Sometimes you won't get what you want. And sometimes you will get what you don't want. And therefore, you have to be ready for those struggles, but don't give up your courage. You have to keep up your fortitude, you have to keep up your courage, you have to keep up your morale, and everything will be navigated successfully if you do that. So this is extremely important principle in life. Now this is, I don't know whether you have heard about an Upanishad called Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad gives this idea in one of its verses, which is a very fundamental truth of our life. What is life? Life is, first you think, your thought comes to your mind. The thought becomes an idea when you think about it again and again. So it converts into an idea. And then idea is when fortified, you desire to have that idea converted into, some sort of concrete thing, then it becomes a will. Will is like a strong thing. You want to achieve something. And when you have the will, you want to take action according to the will. And when you take the action, that becomes your life. So life starts at the thought. And then, the thought ultimately gets converted into action, and the sum total of all the actions you perform is your life. That is what the life is all about. So please have good thoughts, good ideas in your mind. Good thoughts and good ideas will take you to good actions and good life. If you have wrong thoughts and wrong ideas, naturally the outcome would be accordingly. So keep a watch on your thoughts, keep a watch on your ideas, that whatever you are thinking, whatever you are putting into in your will should be good. It should be pursued with good objective in mind, welfare of the people, good of the people, and not with an with an idea to hurt others. So keep this in mind, and you will never have problem in life. This is one of the fundamental principles in our Upanishads, which can guide our life in the right direction. Now, this is the principle which you must have heard from Bhagavad Gita. In Sanskrit, it says, Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachan. That you have right to action. You can do whatever you want to do, but you cannot manipulate or decide the results. For example, all of you are working very hard. You all want to get good results in your exam. You all want to join a great corporate company where you can achieve your, what you call good salary and good perks, and you can show your good, administration in that company, reach high positions. You are all working for that, but not everybody will reach there, because action is within your control. You control the action, but the outcome of the action is decided by millions of factors which are outside your control. The factors: who will be interviewing you, who will be checking your examination results, what kind of people you will face when you are working in a corporate sector, what will they think about you, how your actions will be manipulated by somebody else behind the back. So all these things, there are millions of factors which decide the outcome of your action. So don't think that your action will result into proportionate reaction and you will get what you want. If life were like that, then it will be mathematics. You put 2 and 2 together, you will get 4. That is not life. Life gives you a lot of uncertainties. It keeps you guessing. You do not know what will be the outcome. It is because there's in Sanskrit they call it Vyakti karm karta hai, samasti nirnay leti hai. Samasti is the universe and Vyakti is the individual. Individual takes the action, but the results of that action are decided by the universe. So keep this in mind and don't feel frustrated if you don't get the result proportionate to your action. The results will come. They may not come today. They will come tomorrow. You will get your results, but they may not appear proportionate and direct to your action. They will come in that proportionate and direct way, but they will not appear that way. So keep this in mind, that you have right to action. You can do, and you must do your best in any given situation, but you should not think that the results will be as per your expectations. Keep this in mind and you will not be disappointed. And that is why Krishna gave the theory in Bhagavad Gita that don't get attached to the outcome. You should leave the outcome aside, just concentrate on your action. So I will suggest you today that please concentrate on your action without bothering for the outcome of that. The action should be good. The action should be coming from your heart, from your, entire willpower should be behind your action, and you will get the results, but don't think about the results. That is very, very important. Next, Now, this is another truth of life which I would like to mention, that desires are infinite. In economics, you must have heard that needs are limited, but wants are infinite. Actually, the word desire, represents that better. Desires are infinite, and they actually grow in geometric progression. One desire satisfied, you will have two more. Two are satisfied, you will have four more, and the greed sets in. So don't chase the world of desires. You have to chase the world of needs, and then whatever comes to your life, accept that as it is. Desires will take you in a realm where ultimately you will feel frustrated, because nobody can really satisfy all the desires in life. That is a chase when you are actually chasing a mirage in the desert. So desires are like that. We must understand the nature of desires, and we don't have to chase them. We have to chase our needs. We have to chase our objectives. We have to chase our missions and not desires. So this is another principle of life which I would like to emphasize before you begin your journey of life. Next. Now, this is concerning your corporate sector. You have to be very clear on the mission, what you want to achieve, both in terms of your job, in terms of your personal satisfaction with the job, and in terms of the outcome of that job. So you have to join a corporate or join a company or MNC, or you have to start your own business, keeping this in mind. Your mission should come from your heart, that this is what I want to achieve in life. This is what I am absolutely fit for. Now, that mission which is coming from your inner heart, which is coming naturally to you based on your, intent and your capabilities, you should identify that. Some people would like to join marketing side, some people may like to join finance side, some people may like to do the entrepreneurship and have their own startups. So you have to be very clear what you want to do in life. That mission of life should be identified at this stage before you start your career in any area whichever you do. So this is extremely important, and this will lead you directly where you want to achieve, you want to go. Now, once you decide on the mission, you have to resolve that I can do it. The power of resolution is fantastic. Those people who can resolve that I can do it, they will never face defeat, they will never face frustration, because the power of resolution is fantastic. You will realize it. It will enable you to overcome all the difficulties. It will suggest you different directions to reach that mission or objective which you have identified in your life. But this is possible only when you keep this resolve all the time. It's not something that you are resolved today and you forget it tomorrow. No, it has to be accompanied with perseverance. Perseverance and resolution, they should go together. And therefore, your effort has to continue in that direction which you have identified as your life mission. So please keep that focus, that I can do it and I will do it. That will carry your journey of life in the right direction. Now, this is power of mind. Once you resolve on something, then your mind helps you to find all types of solutions to attain that. mind is very powerful instrument. The power of mind, let me explain to you in a few words. First of all, mind is the fastest traveling instrument anywhere in the world, in this universe. With your mind, in a second, in a fraction of a second, you can reach moon. Another fraction of the second, you can go to your hometown. The third fraction of a second, you can go to New York. Anywhere you feel like, you can go on the sea coast in a fraction of a second. Nothing can travel faster than mind, not even the sun rays. So remember that. That is one power of mind. The second power of mind is, this is the only instrument available to mankind which can take you back in time. Sitting right here, you can go to your childhood and remember all that which you did and which you wanted to do. No other instrument can take you back in time. Nothing else except your mind. Then the power of mind gives you what you call fortitude. For example, I know cases when somebody was about to drown in the sea, and all of a sudden it developed power of mind. So I can swim, and the person started swimming beautifully and overcame and came out on the shore. All this is possible when you have your mind strong. Strength of mind is the most powerful help you can get in time when you feel, completely helpless, when you don't know what direction to go, where to go, how to navigate your life. That is the time when you have to keep your mind strong. Fickle-minded people will not achieve the results they want to achieve. And therefore, the strength of mind must be kept, and that strength of mind will actually reinforce your resolution. It will reinforce your determination, and it will, navigate you in the right direction. So please keep that in mind, the power of mind. Now, when you go in the corporate sector, all of you, because you are all wonderful people, you have, I'm sure, done extremely well in your examinations. You've come out of a wonderful business school. They've given you great teaching. Your teachers have been fantastic. They have shared their experience, their vision with you. And therefore, all of you have leadership qualities. Now, leadership qualities are extremely important in day-to-day life. Once you have the resolve, once you have the power of mind behind you, then you can lead properly. Now, what does a leader need? The first thing a leader needs is a clear vision that this is what I want to achieve. For example, you become CEO of a large company. Now, where do you want to take this company will depend on your vision. You have to decide the direction. You have to decide who are your competitors. You have to decide, what activities you want to perform. What should be the market area where you want to do your activities. What should be the financial strength of your company. So you have to put together all factors which are an input to the vision. Vision basically means the direction along with the resources. The direction where you want to go, but then the vision has to be based on your strengths, on your existing capabilities, on your possible new capabilities, on your financial resources, on your human resources, eh, on your product profile, on your diversification plans in the future. All that has to go in the vision. And therefore, when you want to decide what kind of leadership you want to give to your company, you have to clarify your vision first with all those factors into mind. The second important factor is motivation. You see, the leader alone cannot achieve what he wants to achieve. He has to carry with him all the people who are working in the organization. And that will be possible when you are able to motivate them, when you are able to take them along with you in the path, in the journey which you want to perform. And that is possible through, all the motivational techniques. I don't want to highlight that. And there's one of them is, of course, Maslow's need hierarchy. But the most important motivational technique is your own conduct. You present an example of yourself and people will follow you. So the path you want to lead, you have to lead it yourself first. Others will follow you. That will become the greatest motivation in an organization. So please keep this in mind, that motivation is a very important factor in your journey to achieve that vision which you have identified in your organization when you are joining a company or when you are starting a new business. Now, motivation and communication, they go together. Communication is very important. It's a very effective means to motivate, but also very effective means to create an understanding of your vision and of your, what you call path which you want to follow. Communication is extremely important. It is also because at times that a good speaker can move you. The words which are coming out, they are extremely, they can, what you call, move you from top to bottom. When you hear some good speaker, you become absolutely alert, you become motivated, you feel that I want to do this right away. But when somebody else speaks, you don't get that kind of feeling. So communication abilities are very important. You must put your energy into communication. You must put your heart and soul into your communication. Don't say words which do not mean anything to you. The words which mean something to you, you should say those words, because those words will come from your heart and they will impact on others. Some people have habit of speaking too much without thinking. That is not a good habit for a good communicator. We must avoid that. You should speak with clarity, you should speak with heart, and you should be true to your words. That is very, very important. Then another quality of leadership is to coordinate. Of course, coordination is very important. There are many, many factors which work together. There are many stakeholders in a company. There are many, what you call ingredients, like there's a financial side, there's a marketing side, there's a production side, there's innovation side, there's a quality control side, there's a shipping side. All that has to be coordinated properly. Similarly, you have to coordinate between the workers and the supervisors and the marketing people and the financial people, those who are working in the financial side, the IT sector, the people who are doing the logistics. All that has to be properly coordinated. So you should have a proper vision of the various activities and various stakeholders involved in the process, and you have to see that their activities are properly coordinated to achieve the defined objective of the organization. Then another very important part of leadership is risk. As I told you, you have right to act, but you have no right to decide the outcome of the action. Despite your best efforts, you might fail. It is quite possible. And therefore, risk is inevitable in any activity you undertake, either in your personal life or in your corporate life or in your entrepreneurial adventure or entrepreneurial business activity. Everywhere there's a risk, and risk has to be understood. It has to be understood that if I fail, I should not give up. I will have to work harder next time. I learn lessons from my failure, work harder, redouble my efforts, and then continue in that direction so that next time I achieve my objective. So risk is, on the one hand, you can call it a failure, but not that way. You should understand it in a different way. that it offers you an opportunity to understand the mistakes you incurred or you did in the past, and to improve upon those mistakes in the future, so that you achieve your vision, you achieve your mission, and you are able to reach the destination which you have carved out for your journey in that organization. So risk is inevitable, and you should assess the consequences of risk, because there are many people who will try to bring you down once you fail. You have to understand that. You have to actually calculate the consequences of failure before you, form your vision and before you put your plan into action. So please keep this in mind, because risk should not become a frustrating experience. It should become another opportunity to redouble your efforts. So keep these things in mind, then you will always be a good leader. You will never fail in your mission of life. So these things, if you manage, you will attain good leadership qualities, and you will navigate the task which has been given to you in a very, very, successful way, and you will become what you call an example of success. Now, this is linked to the risk, criticism, and praise. Whatever you do in life, you will always invite criticism, you will always invite praise. Even a murderer will, some people will praise even a murderer. Some people will criticize him, some people will ignore. So don't think that people will only receive praise or only receive criticism. This is the nature of life. The nature of life is duality, two sides. The two sides of the coin will always come to your path. So you will have to face criticism, you will have to accept praise. So don't be elated in praise and don't pull yourself down in criticism. This is a natural process in life, and you have to carry on ignoring that criticism and praise if you think you are moving in the right direction. Let me tell you a small story to illustrate this point in a better manner. There was a grandfather and a grandson. They were traveling in the desert of my state of Rajasthan from one place to another. They had a camel with them. So both of them sat down on the camel and started riding the camel. When they rode the camel after a few kilometers, a group of people met them. And those people commented on them that look at these cruel people. They have no pity for the camel. The camel is suffering in this hot summer while these guys are enjoying the camel ride. So the grandfather thought, yeah, they are right, because I should have pity for the camel. Camel is also suffering in this hot sun. So he got down and the grandson was riding the camel. The grandfather was walking along with the camel. They walked another few kilometers. Another group of people met them. And they say, look at this young guy. He has no pity on his grandfather. The grandfather is walking in this hot summer, and this young guy who has a lot of energy is enjoying the camel ride. So the young boy thought they're right. So he insisted and he got down and he made his grandfather to ride the camel. They rode another few kilometers. Another group of people met them and they said, look at this old man. In any case, he's going to die in a few years. And he is enjoying the camel ride while making his young grandson suffer in this hot sun. So the grandfather thought they are right, because I'm going to die in any case and I should take care of my grandson. But they had already done that and they suffered the criticism. So both of them got down and started walking with the camel. They went another few kilometers, another group of people met them. And they said, look at these foolish people. They don't know how to use this camel. They are suffering in this hot sun and the camel is enjoying without any right. So you have seen the path. Whatever you do in life, there will always be criticism, there will always be praise. So don't be carried away by that. We have to rise beyond that. As long as you are absolutely convinced that the path you are following is right. If you are on the wrong path, change the path. But if you are on the right path, don't worry about criticism or praise. Continue in that direction, and that you will reach your target right on the dot and in a good spirit. Now, these are two words I want to emphasize. Whatever you do in life, in whatever manner you do, keep these two words in mind: empathy and compassion. We are all selfish people. Everybody is selfish. Our very survival depends on selfishness. But selfishness has also its limits. In Sanskrit, they say, Ati sarvatra varjate. Excess is always bad. And that is where this concept of empathy and compassion comes in. The limits of selfish should be set, and we have to think about others. We have to think about the people who are on the other side. Either they are poor people, or they are suffering for some other reason, or they are unfortunate for some other reason. They may be ill people, they may be poor people, they may be unfortunate people. So we have to have a sympathy and empathy and compassion for them. If we can do something in life to help them, it would be a great thing. And today the corporate world provides for it. You have corporate social responsibilities that provides you funding for doing some of these things. You can do something for education in villages. You can do something for poor man to feed himself. You can provide some healthcare facility to the people who are unfortunate and cannot afford expenses of a hospital. So, you can think of situations where you can help people, and corporation provides you an opportunity to do so. Even if the corporation doesn't provide, I think in your own action, you can build in certain empathy and compassion to help people, to help even the workers in your own organization, to help the customers in certain ways, and to help the weaker sections of the society. This will provide you what you call great satisfaction in life. This will be the greatest asset you will carry when you become old. You will feel that I did something in my life positive. I did something to help others. So please keep these two words in your mind, and that will make your life meaningful. It will make your life positive. It will give you energy all the time, and it will give you satisfaction of living a life. I have already covered this corporate social responsibility in the context of empathy and compassion. I think this gives you an opportunity, and we should take care of it. But along with this, there's another point which I want to highlight, the next one. This is environment. Now, this is one word which is now troubling the world most, because we thought that we can conquer the nature and we can exploit the nature. This was not our principle in India. In India, we thought that we have to live along with everything which exists with us, whether there's the earth or whether it's the plants and trees and animals, they have to coexist. That was our concept in life. That is why we worship trees, we worship birds, we worshipped animals. It was a symbol that we care for them because they are as important as we are. The life is interdependent. The life coexists. If something is, disappears from this earth, something else will be impacted. There's no doubt about it, because the life is interdependent and based on zero waste concept. What you discard becomes food for somebody else. What somebody else discards become food for you. And that is how life continues. And therefore we are interdependent. In modern world they call it ecosystem, some people call it oneness, but basically we had that respect for the nature. We always thank prakriti and purus, that is the nature and man have to coexist. That was the concept we had, and that concept is now coming back with problems of what we call greenhouse gases, global warming, and climate change. These are very frightening words. And therefore, whatever we do in our corporate sector, please keep in your mind that the rivers are there to sustain our lives. The earth is there to provide us food. The air is there to make us breathe fresh air. So please keep them clean, keep them, don't destroy them, don't disturb their balance in the nature. Otherwise ultimately we will be the one who will lose. And there are a lot of things have been written about environment today. I don't want to go into the details, but I'll just like to highlight that today approximately 36% of topsoil in the world is degraded because of excessive use of fertilizers, because of cutting of forest, and there's a lot of erosion of soil, there's a lot of desertification all around the world. Then the water bodies are suffering in both ways, the water stress as well as water contamination. Water is stressed because of the excessive use of water, and water contamination because of too many chemicals and plastics and other things you know being discharged into water bodies all around the world. So all that is poisoning the water, and the water which we are drinking today is not very clean. In fact, we have to clean the water before we drink today, and that is why the bottled water has come into being. When I was child, there were no bottled water. In fact, there was no bottled water till my age of 40, 45. We always used tap water because it was clean. But today we are using bottled water, and you will see in the near future you will have to use oxygen cylinders because the air will become so polluted. So let us avoid that eventuality. And we have seen how oxygen is important during the COVID-19, the part 2 in India, how the oxygen uh, scarcity was responsible for thousands of deaths. So let us keep this in mind, that environment is there to nurture us, to sustain us. We are alive because of environment, and we don't have to control the environment, but we have to coexist with the environment. We have to live with the environment. We have to create harmonious relationship with the environment. So this is one point with your corporate standing you will have to keep in mind all the time. And my last word on this is, life is always a work in progress. Don't feel that you have reached the pinnacle. Never ever. The things keep moving, and new stories are woven in our life. Some people achieve great height, and then a time comes when they have to face tremendous problems in their life. And some people who have faced problems today, they achieve new heights tomorrow. So don't think that you should be greatly arrogant of your achievements, or you should be depressed by your non achievements today. It's a work in progress. It's keep changing, it's constantly moving. And therefore, not only in our philosophy we say life, but we say that even after life the work continues in the same way. You go into the new life, and then that same work in progress continues in the new life. So life is a work in progress. We don't have to feel either elated, or we don't have to feel you know completely nervous anytime. Take the life as it comes, because we don't decide the outcome. Take the life as it comes and live happily. You should live with life You should live with happiness. And as long as you are doing right things, nobody can take away your happiness. Believe me, this is my experience in life. And you will present this experience if you go on this path, and you will tell your children and your grandchildren that this is the right path to follow. So, with these words, I would like to thank all of you for giving me a patience hearing, for inviting me to your very prestigious institution. I want to wish all of you a wonderful career, a wonderful personal life. You should achieve happiness in your personal life. You should achieve new heights in your careers, and you should make India a great nation tomorrow. That is what I would like to conclude with. And once again, I thank Deen Dayalji for giving me this opportunity to come and talk to such brilliant students as you are today. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
Thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in offering gratitude to Honorable Dr. Gauri Shankar Gupta, former Ambassador, High Commissioner of India, an author and a motivational speaker. Sir, we will request you for 5-10 minutes for question answer if students are interested to ask you questions.
Yes, certainly.
Okay. Okay. Vijay sir, if you can just stop screen sharing.
But
so
we
that
will
we will
confine
see,
to
sir,
2-3 questions maximum.
2 questions
I have to
max.
go back to the interview board, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before you shoot the question, let me just highlight in quick 40 seconds what sir said. Sir talked about health is critical. Exercise is very important. Struggle and success will go parallelly. Perseverance and hard work are very, very important. Thought will impact idea. Idea will impact action. Action will impact life. Karma is important. Fruit is not that important because karma is in your hand. Your fruit is not in your hand. Don't chase the world of desires. Stuck to needs. Mission is very important. Have confidence that you can do it. Power of mind is very important because mind can travel at any speed to any corner of the world. Leadership is very important. Criticism and praise. Don't get excited and intimidated. Part and parcel of life. Empathy and compassion is very important. That's what sir said. And sir also talked about environment. That's very important for all of us to take care and coexist. And finally, sir used his wisdom and said, life is always a work in progress. So these are the snippets of his talk. Now over to you, maximum 2 questions. Over to you. Anybody who wants to ask question, because it's a lifetime opportunity for all of us. Meeting him will be a difficult job. He's a very, very busy person, So over to you, students.
Sir, I have a request. My name is Razvi. Would you like to share your experience at the time of your UPSC exams and in Lal Bahadur Shastri National Accounting Administration? It will be more interesting for us.
Yes, let me tell you that my beginning was very humble. I come from a very small village. I studied in a government school. It was not like your great prestigious institution. And I had a hard life in my childhood because my father was not very rich. And therefore, we struggled. And I never thought that I will reach this stage in my life. But slowly, slowly, with resolution, with perseverance, with hard work, you can achieve anything in life. And that is what I would like to tell you. The power of mind, the power of hard work, the power of perseverance is extremely important. What I am today is because of that power and because of the blessing of the Almighty. So always keep that in mind. It will help you in navigating your life.
That's great, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. One more question from anybody? Yes, I think we are through. Then
so let me
sir,
just,
we will just
let me just wish all the best to all of them with this Sanskrit verse. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramay, Sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukh bhag bhavet. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Let everybody be happy in this world. Sarve santu niramaya. Let everybody be healthy, without any disease, without any ailment. Sarve bhadrani paschantu. Let everybody become good human beings. Bhadrani means good human beings. And let there be no deprivation, no, dukkha, no problem anywhere in the world. So I wish you all the best with these words.
Sir, Pavitra wants to say something last 30 seconds.
Yes,
Pavitra, over to you.
Certainly.
Yes, sir. Good evening to all not present here. As it is said by Walter, appreciation is a wonderful thing. It makes what is excellent in others belong to us as well. On behalf of Rajalakshmi School of Business, I would like to express my gratitude to our honorable and respected speaker, Dr. Gauri Shankar Gupta, former ambassador, High Commissioner of India, author and motivational speaker, for spending his valuable time by imparting us with his knowledge. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will surely be going to encourage us in our future events. Thank you, sir. I'm
Thank you.
immensely
so much,
thankful to our
Pavitra, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pavitra, for your kind words.
Thank you, sir.
And I wish all of you
Sir, thank you very
great
much, sir.
future. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much. It was an honor, sir. It was an honor.
Thank you. It was a great honor for me. Okay, thank you.
Sir.